Welcome again. Welcome this time to 69 Atlantic, the hidden theater behind the Curiosity Shop. Did anybody think Jay was going to juggle in the store? Good. Yes, it's worth it, even for two. Don't spoil it when you bring your friend. By the way, this is merely the first secret room in a long series of secret rooms, and they get more secret as they go back. So one of them may or may not be a bathroom. Not at liberty to say. We built this place to showcase the greatest sleight of hand in the world. And every week, the best practitioners from around the globe fly to New York specifically to perform in this room for 26 of our friends and neighbors in Brooklyn from almost length away. And it's a little different when you're sitting this close. You'll see, especially in this show. You'll see. Part of our intention here is to expand the public perception of what sleight of hand can be, and tonight's show is a perfect example of this. The artist you're about to see comes to us all the way from Sweden, where he has been blowing minds for many years, and I feel confident in saying that after this show, you will never think about juggling quite the same ever again. Please welcome Jay Gilligan.
This drum is for you. It comes with a stick. And this is the purple ball. So when I throw the ball, I'm going to catch it. Right when it hits my hand, you can hit the drum. Should we try that out? Sure. Great, thanks. Yeah, you can hit it much harder. Right when it hits my hand. One more time. That's perfect. Thank you. Great. Let's get one over on this side. Let's see. Can you help me out? Sure. You also get a stick. Yep. And this is the green ball. Okay, here we go. And of course we have the purple ball. Put one back here. Can you hold this for me? If you hold it by the little black part there, and if you hit on this, there you go. All right. This is the blue one. Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So.
Yeah, really.
I think we're ready. This is juggling. We try the other side, okay? So that was a really good warm-up. And now we're going to juggle for real. Okay? Here we go. We're going to do this one more time. I need some help up here. Can you come help me out? Thank you so much. You just put your left hand here. You can take your right hand and you're going to turn the crank forwards, okay? Yep, when we're ready. Thanks. Okay, so much. And while that's happening, I have one more color. It's the yellow ball. It's for the rest of you. So when I catch the yellow ball, you can all clap your hands, okay? We're going to try that out. Here we go. And we're going to do that a lot more so that you can nail it. I believe in you. It's going to be good, okay? Of course, we have the other colors as well. Yeah? Okay? And and then you're going to turn the crank forward, yeah? When? Go for it now. Okay. Purple. Thank you so much. Green. Thank you so much. Blue. That was perfect. I love it. I really do. And thank you so much, Hal. Appreciate it. It's great. Well, now you know a little bit about how I feel when I juggle, okay? That's how it's like for me, but I'm all alone. But I think we're ready to start the show. Yeah. And I'd like to start by showing you this. The reason I have this is because I was on America's Got Talent 8 years ago. At one point in our act, we were going to juggle water bottles with the lids off, so the water would splash out everywhere as we juggled them. The director wanted us to juggle the bottles next to Simon Cowell, who's like the evil judge of the show. Right? We'd get him all wet from the water splashing around. He'd get all mad. And the director thought this would make great television. He said the only thing is, you can't get the floor wet. You don't have to try very hard to imagine if you're juggling bottles with water coming out of them, it's going to go absolutely everywhere, including the floor. But the reason we couldn't get the floor wet is because the judges were sitting on a raised platform that's lit from underneath. And on TV, it looks all professional and fancy, but in real life, the clear panels covering the lights had big gaps in between them. So if any water got on the floor, it would go through the cracks and then short out all the lights. But finally, the director had a new idea. And the new idea was, when you go to juggle the bottles of water, instead of throwing them up and down like you normally do, you juggle it sideways like this, so they go out and they come back. They're going to go out and get Simon wet and then come back over here, and there won't be any water on the floor over there. And he's literally miming with his arms like this as he tells us, just to be extra clear how this is supposed to work. Well, he had another really great idea later that same day. It was during the final camera rehearsal before going on live TV with 10 million people watching. At the end of the act, we all stayed in a line juggling clubs together, and he got really angry, came up on stage and said, "Hey, it's super boring when you're just there in a line. Can't you run around or jump up and down or something?" And, he already wanted us to defy the law of gravity with the whole water thing. And so I tried to explain to him that juggling 5 clubs each while jumping up and down is physically impossible. He looks me straight in the eyes and he says, "Well, can't you at least move your elbows a lot and make it look more exciting?" You can look it up on YouTube later and see how that turned out. But for the past 8 years, I thought about that moment when he said, juggling sideways so that it goes out and comes back. For 8 years, I wondered if it's possible to actually juggle like that. It turns out it is if you use something like this. And so now I'd like to show you some sideways juggling. And as I do that, you can imagine how much more exciting it would be if I moved my elbows a lot. This is a timeline of the history of juggling. Starting here in the past, moving into the present, and going into the future of juggling as well. Some highlights here include the oldest object on the timeline, which is this meteorite that was found in Antarctica in 1952. And I can hardly comprehend this as I hold it in my hand, but this is estimated to be 4.5 billion years old. It was originally part of a giant asteroid that was flying through space. This is a dinosaur egg. It's 150 million years old from the Jurassic period. It's a Triceratops egg. And it was a really good day when I found both of these on eBay. Moving along, Sir Walter Clopton Wingfield invented the modern tennis ball in 1882, and James Gibb made the ping pong ball in 1901. These are my suggestions for what the future of juggling might look like, and we'll dive into that later. But all of these objects have played an important role in the history of juggling, including this one, which is a particularly fascinating story. This is a cannonball from 1875. We can pass this around. Be careful, it's much heavier than it looks, and do not drop it. You got it? Great. We can also pass around this photo. I want to tell you about John Holtum. John Holtum was from Denmark, and he went to California during the gold rush when he was 15 years old. He joins a circus, learns how to juggle, and one night he has a dream about a new trick, which is catching a cannonball fired at him from across the circus ring. The next morning, he goes out and tries to buy a cannon. No one will sell him one because he tells them what he wants to do with it. He finally finds a guy who will sell him a cannon on the condition that he pays for it in full up front. Obviously, the guy thinks he's going to kill himself. Holtum decides to try this trick for the first time ever in front of a live audience. He doesn't rehearse or practice or prepare. He just has them shoot the cannon straight at him, just like in his dream when he caught it when he was sleeping. The ball, it hits his outstretched hand, and immediately 3 fingers fly off, sending Holtum crying and screaming to the ground. But he eventually figures out how to do the trick, and audiences are so amazed, they think it's fake, they think he's cheating somehow. So he actually manages to catch a cannonball, and nobody believes him. So Holtum starts to offer a large sum of money in every performance for anyone from the audience who can come up and catch the ball. No one ever takes him up on this offer, until one day a guy named Elijah Fenton raises his hand. Holtum instructs Elijah how to stand and how to hold his hands. The cannon is fired and the ball hits Elijah directly in the middle of his forehead. He sustains a compound fracture of his skull, but luckily he doesn't die, and Holtum continues to tour the world with his amazing act. He retires to become an elephant trainer in his old age. One day his largest elephant becomes enraged and throws him into the air using its tusks. When Holtum lands on the ground, the elephant stomps him to death. And this cannonball here, yeah, this is from one of his performances. Wow. He caught this on stage in Vienna. And this picture, I actually managed to find an original picture of the elephant that killed him.
Wow.
Wow.
What was the elephant's name?
It's coming up later. You might not think that catching a cannonball would be classified as juggling. But throughout time, jugglers have done lots of different things. And that's because the definition of juggling isn't a specific set of tricks or a certain technique. Juggling is a context. I have a friend who went on a picnic to the beach with his family. He's a professional juggler. And as he was walking along, he had an apple in his hand, and he casually threw it into the air. Immediately, his family starts making fun of him. Hey, what you doing? Just relax. We're going on a picnic. Why you always got to be working all the time? Why you always have to juggle everything all the time? I said, I'm not juggling. I'm just walking on the beach and I threw an apple. But his family couldn't see that throw in any other context because they already knew that he was a juggler. And now you're at a juggling show. It's going to be really hard for you to see anything that I do as something other than juggling. I wondered what this would look like if I replaced myself with a machine. Can there still be juggling if there's no juggler? After I made the machine, I got the idea to try this. I was still trying to decide if this looks like juggling or not. So I made a thing that I call the instant juggling kit. It keeps the chaos of the pendulum, but it brings back the juggler. Try to ignore the balloon and only focus on the balls inside. Every 3-ball trick possible is being randomly generated. But none of these things might look like juggling to you. And that's because you need to see a connection between what is happening and what you think juggling already is. And I have a really easy way to test that out. If I put a ball on the table, is that juggling? Oh, it's a real question. Look, okay. When I put the ball on the table, do you think I'm juggling?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. I'll do the same thing again. I'll put the ball on the table in a slightly different context. Okay, now when I put the ball on the table, is that juggling?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You agree? No.
Just the act of putting the ball on the table, or what you were doing around it?
Exactly. Exactly. Look, Okay, I got one more pattern for you. Try one more example. Okay, last example. And this example is putting a ball on the table juggling. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people say yes, yeah? And that's what I mean when I say that juggling is a context. Sometimes putting a ball on the table isn't juggling. But sometimes putting a ball on the table is juggling.
Watching the light refract the bounds off the hall. Can't let her wait until afternoon. Can't let her wait till we're out of bed. I was thinking about making a move, but I rolled back over instead. So one more moment before we begin, as we lay nice and still, I got something to tell you sometime, and I will. Spilling downstairs onto your front lawn, saying goodbye with my jacket half on. I hope you have a good day in class. You can tell me about it, but I walk backwards across the grass. It's been a while since I felt alright. So one more moment before we begin, as we lay nice and still, I got something to tell you sometime, and I will.
If I drop a ball here, it falls down and then gravity grabs it and throws it up on the other side. This would be very different if you were on the planet Mercury. The rotation of Mercury is the fastest of all the planets. If a ball is dropped there, it wouldn't fall down at all. It would just go shooting straight out into space. And that's because the planet is spinning so fast that the ball has already achieved the escape velocity needed to overcome the planet's gravitational pull towards its core. Or you could be out in space at what's called a Lagrange point. That's a place where the gravity between the Earth and the Sun are pulling equally in opposite directions. There is no up or down. If you let go of a ball there, it'll just float and not move at all. But here in this room, we are all oriented by Earth's gravity, going in one direction, which means that when I juggle using these, it might create the illusion for some of you that I'm juggling upside down. Pour that in there. Thanks, I'll take the glass. Thanks. Perfect, thanks. Besides throwing and catching, there's lots of different ways to juggle. Of course, what you just saw, that's called a balance. And another form of juggling is called gyroscopic juggling, otherwise known as spinning a ball on your finger.
Okay.
Some people think that spinning a ball on your finger isn't juggling. And that's because once the ball is spinning, I don't need to directly pay attention to it. But there's a really easy way to know if this is juggling or not. We can consult an authority. And what better example of that than this? This is a copy of Juggle magazine from the year 2001. And if you would be so kind as to tell me, what's that on the cover? Yeah, it's a photo of me spinning a ball on my finger. Or juggle in giant letters. And actually, if you would open at page 10, there's a picture on page 10. Tell us what the picture is of on page 10, if you would be so kind.
The receipts.
It's a man spinning a ball on his finger.
Yeah, exactly, because it's juggling, right? It's the same thing on page 14, it's the same thing on page 28, etc., etc. And because of this magazine, I think it's pretty clear that spinning a ball on your finger is considered to be juggling. Because of that, I'm going to perform this next trick.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yes.
This is my own personal copy of the very first laserdisc ever made. I got it from my friend who works at the Smithsonian Institute. And the reason I have a copy of the first laserdisc ever made is because the first film ever recorded on the first laserdisc is of a juggler who is juggling laserdiscs. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like this idea of the juggling that is juggling the juggling. And I wondered if I could make juggling that would juggle itself. I thought about maybe a hand catching another hand. I wanted to find something that I could hold that could then hold another object. And so I made a club that I can catch in my hand, and the end of the club can catch a ball. And therefore, I'd like to show you the juggling of the juggling. This trick is called a Salerno ring. and it was invented 100 years ago. But let's take a look into the future of juggling and see what juggling might look like in 100 years from now. That's my favorite trick. We don't normally think about what juggling sounds like, but if you remember the experiment we did at the start of the show, the purple, green, blue, the yellow ball, if you assign a note to each object, the melody of a trick suddenly appears. grandfather took me fishing when I was 5 years old. We drove out to the nearest lake, and the first hour was okay. After that, I started to get pretty frustrated. I somehow imagined there were tiny people living on the bottom of the lake. They would go along with baskets of fish, putting them on all the hooks one by one. I couldn't understand why they kept walking right past my hook, not giving me a fish, totally ignoring me. Finally, it's time for lunch. My grandfather said, "Let's come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll have better luck then." It never occurred to me there'd ever be any sort of randomness or chance in the whole process. I thought the deal was you lowered your hook, the tiny people gave you a fish. But that day on the lake was my first experience with luck and catching things.
Oh my
Everything I did, you know, all those different tricks, all that juggling, it's lost to time. In fact, everything in the performance up until now is just an echo in the past. But this yarn is different. This yarn acts like a time machine. I can trace back the path of each one and see exactly what it did. Like here, looks like the green one went over my shoulder on throw number 32. Looks like the purple one behind my back, probably around throw 60. But this is pretty crazy. Right here, I don't know if you can see this. What happened here, right here, you can see the blue one, it looped around the purple and green one. And that happened so fast, I didn't even know that it was possible. But this is evidence right here that that happened. What the balls and the clubs and the rings, what they did exists only in our memory, right? It's the same thing when looking at the origins of juggling. We're just guessing. This timeline here, the meteorite and the dinosaur egg, is just a suggestion of what might have been. Juggling could have lived and died 1,000 times before recorded history. Because of that, we're going to make a time capsule right now. We're going to make a time capsule together, and because of that, people are going to know what happened in this room tonight, all of us together. We can use the yarn to make an analog recording of juggling. And in a moment, I'm going to need help from 3 of you. You can grab that one. Thank you. Keith, you grab that one? Nice. Keith, come here. You can stand around right there, thanks. Don't let go. Don't let go. I think we got it. Thanks. This is a recording of 3-ball juggling. And you can see the yarn, it weaves in different ways according to how the balls are flying in relation to each other. So this pattern up top, it's a juggling pattern called 4-4-4-1. This pattern here is called a shower. This section here where they're twisting around each other. And here at the very end, you can see that's a perfect braid. It's a symmetrical pattern. That's the most important pattern in all of juggling. It's called the cascade. It's the foundation for everything in juggling. And I think this is a really nice capture of the cascade we got here tonight. Can you please hold on to this? Next, I'm going to record gyroscopic juggling using a piece of paper. This is the documentation of spinning. You can have this one. Thanks. Finally, I will record a balance put in the time capsule. This is the drawing of a balance. That's for you. Can you please carefully fold up the recordings and we'll put them in the time capsule? Because of our efforts here, because you were a witness, anybody who finds this capsule, maybe thousands of years in the future, will be able to reverse engineer these 3 different types of juggling. You put the ball juggling inside. Thank you so much. You ready with the spinning? Thanks for your help. And we have finally the balance. The future thanks you. And for good measure, we can include the ingredients of the instant juggling kit. So we have 3 ping pong balls. And of course, the balloon. And now, I need the help of someone here who I can trust. Is there anybody here who I can trust tonight? I can trust you?
Yes, you can.
All right. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to take the time capsule and you're going to bury it. But just to say, your efforts won't go unrewarded. As a thank you, you're going to get your very own copy of Juggle magazine from the year 2001. You can pass that back. It's a photo of me on the cover. But before I give you the time capsule, there's one more thing I have to put inside. Because I have one last trick. It's a juggling trick. It's about our universe. Out in space, there's planets and moons and asteroids and comets, and they're all circling endlessly. And of course, there's the most famous comet, which is Hailey's comet. And Hailey's comet, like all comets, has a long tail, and that's the gas and dust burning off as it flies through space. The comet's literally falling apart on its journey, and eventually it'll disappear into nothing. And this final trick imagines what it will be like in the year 2061. That's the next time that Hailey's comet will be visible here on Earth. And if you look up into the night sky in 2061, this is what you might see. I call it the final cascade.
Sitting on your windowsill, Fifth Avenue is turning loud, but the sky's about to break, it seems. Listening to the radio, literally I'm hip hop show that you're always supposed to give in Queen. Smell the sweet grass burning up. Ice water sweating in the cold. You said that heaven is only a feeling. You said love is a lonely feeling, so bad. Life should have a different meaning. I'll get by, I'll get by, I'll get by. King James and Rastafari, awesome man, and maybe these things are really the same. 'Cause once once again, like peacefulness and honesty. People just call them by different names. How can it be anything but good?
Thank you so much. Thank you. You remember how I said you're going to take the time capsule and bury it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to do that right now. Okay? So we're all going to go outside together. We're going to go down the street to a little park. It's not very far. You're going to gather your things. You're going to follow us right now. And we'll end the ceremony together outside. We're going to clear a path here. Get ready to go.
Wash your cups. Bring your cups. We're pouring Prosecco by the door. This is not a drill. We're really going outside. Step. Okay, everybody.
All right, follow me.
Follow Jay. Here we go. Oh, watch out. Don't take any souvenirs unintentionally. Watch your step. Okay, everybody.
All right, follow me.
Follow Jay. Here we go.
How you the best.
Adam will take the flower.
What'd you say?
Adam's gonna take the flower.
Okay,
Unless you want me
thanks.
to. I figured I'd give you the clean video.
Great.
No, I can't. Okay, no worries. Enjoy the walk. You're good too?
Thank you.
Prosecco for your walk?
I still have my red wine.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to watch.
Thanks, Jay.
This is great.
Yeah, I saw you at IJA a few years ago.
Yeah, you look familiar. What's your name?
Nick, commented on your shoes there. This was awesome.
Thanks so much. Well, we're going to do the ceremony. But now I got one more thing. Outside. So follow me. Here we go.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on
You got the time capsule? Please stand up here. You would.
In other words,
And just turn around. Hold it up as high as you can. Say goodbye to the time capsule. Bye, time capsule.
in other
Lower into the
words,
hole, please.
baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship door.
I have one final special trick for all
In
of
other
you.
words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
You have now completed the ceremony, and you will be part of the secret that is hidden here every time you walk past this flower. Thank you so much. Have a good night.